Hello, ladies and gentlemen, Sergeant Alex here, and today I'm bringing another episode that's Minecraft themed, but it's not reconstructed, not deconstructed, not beginnings. I just posted one of the builds I've made in the past up onto DeviantArt, as I mentioned in the video that sadly is going to get a bit delayed. I think I'm not 100% sure, but I am going to change how I'm going to do the Minecraft videos, just to give it a little bit more of a better flow so you can get a little bit more into my head. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with my notes and stuff that I've taken. I'm going to show you those really quick, explain them as best I can, and then I'm going to go into the actual build. So that's just one little small tweak I'm going to make to the videos to see how it goes. Hopefully you'll like it. If you don't, let me know and I'll just remove it. But anyways, I've rambled on enough. Let's get into the actual build. As I said before, I'm going to jump over to the blueprint, which I'm going to do that now. Okay, and now we're on to my notes, which I try to make this as simple as possible because one, I'm looking at it in 5 seconds, and two, if you're going to try and interpret them, I want them semi-readable. So, kind of started from the top down since I had to break down the building to figure out how the hell I built it. So, quick little key here. Not everything is in the key, but full, half, and stairs. I tried to mark everything with the first letter of that. And a little color coordination. Dark grays are usually cobble, lighter is stone, and then red is nether. So there's the roof. Moving on to the little torch at the top. Then we have the little portal house, which covers up the portal and gives it a nice look. Sort of how I did the roof. And then we have the base, which is the more top section. These little things at the side, or the under section that are on the ground. And then we have kind of the middle with some of the bushes around. And overall, how the hell the floor got done. And that right there is just a little staircase up to here. And that is it for the notes. One thing I do want to mention is, if you're following me just for the Minecraft portion, I encourage you to hop on over to my DeviantArt account. A link down below is going to be included. And you're going to be seeing most of the stuff that's not going to make it to a video, along with updates on what I'm doing on the channel via little messages here. And this is pretty much where I'm going to start getting what you guys would like to watch on the channel. So I'm going to be posting a bunch of stuff. I do make skins every now and then. There's the first deconstruct episode. There's some castle designs I made many years ago. This is actually the third castle I've ever made. There's some more deconstructed, some stuff I just built, and more stuff I just built. And did I post this one yet? Don't know if I posted this video yet, actually. If I did, I'll tag it at the end of the video. But this is the original picture of the portal house. And I had 2 people on this site and a few people on forums and stuff tell me they want to see how I built it. So I built it. And you're watching the video right now. Here's a future episode I'm working on where I'm trying to figure out how I want to make a ship hull for a little surprise I'm working on. And that's pretty much it. I'm going to get back to the actual video now. Okay, and we are back after looking at our blueprint. I'm just going to go over the quick items we're going to need. I didn't put them in an order like I usually do. I just put them in general groups of what we're using. And to start off with, we are going to need a full stone brick setup, a full cobblestone setup. In addition to that, chiseled stone and cobble fence, a full nether brick setup, along with nether brick itself, a wood and spruce full block and half slab, because that's used for the flooring. And I'm already messing up. We are actually going to need spruce stairs, and just in case I'm wrong again, let's add the oak stairs in. So, boop boop. So, a full oak and a full spruce setup. And then stuff to make the nether portal: obsidian and flint steel, or some other flaming device. Now let's get into the build. To start off with, I'm going to want my setup of cobblestone and stone bricks. And let me just take a quick peek at my notes. And let's grab my spruce items, because at this point I don't think I'm going to need the chiseled stuff. And one other thing I forgot to mention is we are going to need the nether fence post to tie it all in. Forgot to mention that. So starting off with our stone bricks, I am going to go find the right section of my notes. Okay, here we are. And I'm starting from the little pathway. So I'm going to be coming from here and placing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks. Then coming over 3. I'm going to do 5 more. Then coming up, doing a line of 4. Then doing 2. Coming over here, doing the same thing. Messing that up. And now let's actually make these blocks what I said they would be. So this one's a stair, that one's a stair, and then that one's a stair. Popping on over here, doing the same thing. And I'm actually going to move this over. Okay, and we're back. Same, exactly where I left off. Just moved over to so we can fit in my little island here better. I'll eventually think of a way to expand it. But for now, I want to keep my builds on the smaller side. And we're going to swap these 2 blocks right here with cobblestone. And that's just because after we add all the decoration and the foliage and stuff, it adds a little bit of texture to the staircase itself. And now we're going to make our little walkway. So deleting these 3 blocks, we place full blocks. Then we place stairs. Behind those, some full blocks. Off of this cobblestone block, stairs. And then again behind that, full blocks. And that brings us up in making everything look nice. And to start off with, I'm going to make the wooden floor first, and then we'll build the wall around it. That way it just makes mapping this out a little bit easier. So we're going to do a 3 diagonal. Delete these 2 so we just have 3 blocks coming diagonal. Then coming off of that diagonal, we are going to go 5 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming over here to copy it again. So 3 diagonal. Coming off to make a 5. Double check, make sure everything lines up. It's looking good. Then coming over and doing a 3 diagonal. Hopefully you can place your blocks better than I can. And then coming off the front, and you should be able to place 3. And then since we're over here, we'll just copy the other side and add in our steps here. So that was, actually let's get this one right on the first shot. There would be me not punching out all the blocks. First the grass, then this one, so that would be nice. On our little top layer here, we have the block and stairs, and then under that we have the cobblestone in between 2 blocks with a stair. Then under that stair is another cobblestone block. In front of that cobblestone block is some stairs, and then just gets filled in with the full stone blocks. And then, off of this guy here, we add in our stairs, place in our wood, and our stairs again, finishing off with full wooden blocks. So we have our nice little walkway up. This whole section in here, which I'm going to cut out me actually doing, gets filled in with our oak planks. Okay, now that we have that section built in, we can start adding in our walls. Which, to start doing that, building up too high in our little diagonal corners. And then coming under here, we're going to be adding it, going over to our diagonal corners and filling in it again so we have something that looks like that. Which, do not to worry, that whole area gets filled in at the end, which I actually messed up in interpreting my notes. What we do from when we get here is we come out and then build it up. I do apologize about the mess up, so you do not put the sit blocks under here. Keep that one nice and full like that. That's what we do to it afterwards. Okay. Now the part that I was messing up. Swap these three guys out with cobblestone. Coming over here, swapping them out with cobblestone. Actually, you know what? Before I figure out the cobblestone, I might actually be making a change to this. Pop in some stairs here, and then over here, have some stairs going off like that. So you have them kind of cornering out. And yeah, I'm going to change that. I'm going to knock these cobblestone blocks back one. Actually, don't do that. Keep them up front because we're putting the bushes there. And if knock them back one, the bushes, I'm afraid, might cover them. So if you're not doing the bushes, I would recommend pushing it back one. But if you're going to have the bushes like I do at the end, just knock them back one. That is another item that I forgot to mention in the ingredients list. Shame on me. When will I ever get that one right? Eventually. Maybe but 2 sides for overflow. So we have our nice little base built. And now we are just going to go around with our solid blocks and kind of make this little box section up. So we're coming over in here, ignoring one block, placing it, skipping 3, placing another, so we have 1 block at the end. And that is just marking where the rest of our building is going to be. So at this point, pull down your cobble and chiseled stone, and then grab your nether fence. We're going to start off with a nether fence, which we're just going to go around this stone and place our fence posts. That way it's nice, closed off, and looking pretty. And then off of the stone, off of the stone bricks, since I apparently am forgetting how to speak, we're going to place 2 cobblestone fence posts up to make a nice little pole. And then off of these poles are chiseled stone brick. And that actually is the start of our roof, which at this point I'm going to slow down and stop. And I'll be back in a second. I'm going to mark out the area that I need for the next part, which is the part that I'm calling the portal house on my notes, which is the 5x7 spot, which luckily this is 5 wide. So I'll be back in a second. Okay, and we are back. In reality, you don't punch out the floor like I did here. I'm just doing that so you can kind of see where the whole building is going to go. And we're going to go from from the walkway. We have our little diagonal blocks. We're going to go from this one. This is actually going to be the corner, the 3rd one in the group. And that goes just from corner to corner. So you kind of have a border with that. And that's where the portal, in the inside area, is where the portal house is going to be. Starting with the actual portal, let's punch out our 3 hole of oblivion. Popping it 3 up. Because portals don't have to be normal shaped anymore, like they had to in the olden days. And before I go spouting all this fact and information doing the build, boom. Okay, so I'm not going to be a liar. I am just going to go punch out a portal because it makes weird noises. I really don't want that on a video. And now we're going to start decorating, building the actual house. Off of the portal, we're going to place 2 blocks on top, 1 on the bottom on both ends. And then in there, a right side and upside down stairs, so we have that little 1 block nook. And then coming out from there on both sides, we are going to be placing some cobblestone to cover up the rest of the portal. And on the inside, we place our stairs to kind of give it an arch feel. If I was not in that little block area. And then in the corners, we're going to place a full block on both sides, followed by a upside down stair. And then on the bottom, we're going to place our half slabs. So we kind of have this little different textured area. And then we are going to come out and we are going to place 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks high on each corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically coming 1 block off the top. And then just closing it off here. So from pillar to pillar, you make your little box, and then so we remember how to place blocks. I did not just do that. Keep the obsidian out. Gonna fill in everything. Get rid of that. So we have our little block section, and before I go any further, I'm just going to toss in the floor now. And now we are going to finish the rest of it, which is really easy. In the corner, pulling out some more stone, and then adding some stairs to kind of close it off. So stone, upside down stairs, stone, upside down stairs. And that is pretty much it for the cobblestone house. Zoom out and show what we have so far. And for now, just put the stone away, pull out the cobblestone, the nether brick, and just in case I mess up, I'll put the chisel bricks in my hand. And what we're going to do is we're going to try to mimic what we did with the spruce with cobblestone, and that's just doing a ring around the top. So 3 across, 3 diagonal. And you're placing these upside down all the way if you are just listening and building along. And that was just me messing up. So really got to pay attention to that stuff. There we go. And then come in 3. One, 2, 3, and that finishes the whole section off. And now we can actually get into building our roof, which to start with is on the flat 3 sections of the building, we're going to do the stairs in like so. Just 3 little section and make a nice little rooftop there. The easiest way is just to place a stair and then place your 2 correct ones, delete that one, toss in the regular one in the middle. If you're doing survival, it might be a little easier if you just use dirt. for that missing block. That way you don't have to waste time mining up a staircase. And then the next section's easy. You're taking stairs and you're just filling in this section. And I do realize we're covering up all that cobblestone we just placed up here. And the reason why for that is it just, one, it makes it look like it has structural integrity, and two, it adds a little bit of a more texture and color on the inside. And texture and color is something we need when we're making something that's 90% gray. 10% creepy noise purple. Okay, now next we're just going to come along our cobblestone and we are going to place our half slabs around the roof. And then from there, just come around with our full blocks of nether brick. There we go. Get it so I can actually place. And then from there, coming up and doing our half slabs once more. And not deleting the wrong blocks would still be preferable. And then once more, just gonna fill in this section with our half slab. Not half slabs, our full blocks. And if we are done, we should have a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5x5 section. In which case, for now, we are done with the roof. And we can bring out the stone bricks, and we'll grab our nether brick. Let me just scroll on my notes. And to start this off, we're going to grab our stone bricks, make a full square right down here. And then, off each corner, we're going to do two full stone blocks coming up, making our little pillars and walls. On top of that, we are going to place a half slab. Okay. Making it easy on myself. What we have to do here is place our staircases upside down. And that is going to be a major pain in the butt trying to do it this way with half slabs. So, placing a block, doing them upside down. Now I'm going to add my little half slabs. And then we're going to come in here with our chiseled stone bricks, and in the center of each of these little holes, we are going to place them. And then coming out to the outside, filling in the little gaps on each side with our cobblestone fence. Wow, cobblestone stairs. We should really stop trying to talk at this point. But then the building would get boring, and I don't want boring videos. Then just coming in and filling this all up. And at the end we'll light that on fire so it looks neat and lit up. Now, to finish off this last little chunk of roof, you're going to need the cobblestone half slabs. I'm just stopping at this point to pull in my nether brick. And on top of each of these stairs, we are going to go over to our chiseled stone bricks and fill that in. And then popping over here, doing a full stone brick. And then off of those full stone bricks, upside down stairs. And then grabbing cobblestone half slabs on the top half, we're going to come around and place our cobblestone bricks, not to place them in the corners, because we are trying to mimic the same shape we had with the roof. And then, for the most part, the rest of it is going to be stairs. Let's make our first little ring. So we have that. But one thing that I have yet to did not mention yet is, let's just fill this in really quick, because there's also a reverse side of this roof to kind of just fill in and make everything look nice. Which, let's go. I don't think I'm going to need the chiseled brick anymore. I'm going to need cobblestone stairs. And we're going to place cobblestone stairs upside down to make a little roof here. And close that off with a stone half slab. That way, under here, it looks nice. And now back to our stairs. We are doing our second row of stairs, which should leave us with that little plus sign thing in the center. And for the little plus side thing, all we're going to do is place a full block in the center, and then on each end, place a half slab, closing off the roof and making it look nice. And while I'm up here, I shall light everything up. I recommend not walking through fire if you're building this in survival, because you will be toasty. And without the foliage, that is pretty much the completed build, but I like the little bit the foliage adds. Well, what the foliage adds. So, what I do out of long time ago, me forgetting to place down oak wood on a build and falling to my death because of lack of tree support, is I grab a log, I grab the birch leaves, and then from looking at my notes, we're going to skip the first two blocks, then we're going to come in here and getting a block of dirt because I'm bound to mess up. We're just going to follow the path of our building here. Try not to mess up on the dirt too much. And coming over here and doing the same thing. And then, because I'm always paranoid, I just fill in with wood. I know you don't need this much wood for tree leaves. If you did the math, you could space it out, but I'm not. And then we add our leaves here. And it can be any leaves, any type of wood. Just meant to add a little bit of depth to it. Then there we go, we've added our leaves, and I believe that is it for the build. And yeah, everything's looking complete. I've covered everything that my notes have to offer. And if we walk on inside, there's a nice little detail with the cobblestone. And of course, turn your nether portal on. And one thing I really liked about this is the fire at night, because it just kind of lights the whole thing up. Of course, have a little bit of lighting on the outside wouldn't hurt, but the overall design I'm happy with. Let's set that back to daytime. So, I think that is it for this video. If you enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And leave a comment down below on what you thought of the build, what you do differently. I would love to see if you do this type of build. And I would also love to see what type of flare you would put on it. And if you have any recommendations of stuff you want to see in the future, whether it's Minecraft related or not, leave that also down below. I will see what I can do. And other than that, this is Sergeant Alex, and I hope you have a nice day.